Right, of course me trying to make myself look a little bit more mysterious. I've dimmed the lights, we've gone all blue. Why have we gone all blue? Well, it's trying to create the feel of the TARDIS. Yes, it's a Doctor Who night here at Cupchairs, introducing to you a brand new project called Secretary of Fate. It's mastermind and initiator is one Doc Florix, a guy who actually has a full-on doctorate as well, and he's based in Germany. And this song is inspired by a quote spoken by Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor in the Doctor Who series, and it's called "We Are Stories in the End." That's where the quote came from. The genre is pop rock in a kind of broad kind of sense, he says, but the focus is always on meaningful lyrics and catchy melodies. So let's just dive in and give this a listen. Oh, and there's a lyric video as well, so yes, we can go along as we go along. That made no sense. Let's just dive into it. Ooh, I keep hearing the Doctor Who melody as I'm trying to organise my stuff here.
In the pages of life, we turn bold. Every line, every twist, every turn we hold, from the moment
These vocals sound very
till the
sincere,
very end.
I love this warmth of this synth.
We're the tales that we tell, we're the legends we send. We are stories in the end. Let's make it a good one, my friend. With every word, with every rhyme, we paint our lives in rhythm and time. Through the highs and the lows, carve our mark. In the echoes of laughter, in the shadows dark, with each chapter closed, a new one begins.
Nice touch.
We're the authors of fate, with our hopes and sins. We are all stories in the end. Let's make it a good one, my friend. With every word, with every rhyme, we paint our lives in rhythm and time. So let's write our saga with passion and fire. For in the end, when the curtain falls, may our story be remembered within these walls. We are all stories in the end. Let's make it a good one, my friend. With every word, with every rhyme, we paint our lives in rhythm and time. In the pages of life, we're written bold. Every line, every twist, every turn we hold, from the moment we're born till the very end. We're the tales that we tell, we're the legends we send. We are all stories in the end. Let's make it a good one, my friend. With every word, with every rhyme, we paint our lives in rhythm and time. So let the
I have quite a lot to say
let the
about this.
voices play, for we are all stories until the very end. So let the music play, let the voices blend, for we are old stories until the very end.
A new story, a new chapter being written in a brand new book. Here we are for this artist. It's Secretary of Fate. So naturally, I have quite a lot to say about the piece. Kind of reminded me a little bit of, I've been going down the kind of Depeche Mode and the New Order type of rabbit hole. So, and Gary Newman also as well. So sort of inklings of that. Maybe that's my kind of recent experiences coming into play. But either way, this synth pop, it's great that it's kind of getting a resurgence. I'm seeing it in clubs, I'm seeing it through the composition networks and places like through Cupchairs and through YouTube, etc. And so it's great to hear something new coming in, and also inspired by such an awesome series, which I'm so out of touch. I'm also wondering whether or not the bass was in fact arpeggiated, slight sequenced bass was inspired by the well-known rumble of the formidable original Doctor Who tune. Now, see, one of the submission here, Secretary of Fate, asked Doc Florix. Doc Florix asked me for a few bits and pieces, some thoughts on the lyrics, and you know, we lyrics are subjective. We kind of internalize them in our own way each time we hear something. This is why songs that were, you know, meant to be, you know, about one subject get kind of put in the I've just broken up with my partner, a woeful song type of, you know, bucket. But you know, for me, they're very well written. The voice commands you to listen. It's a very sincere vocal, and I think that's one thing that with the composition writing as a whole, this is a perfect fusion. This is what makes it stand out. And you know, in terms of, you know, the sands of time, we are all stories in the end. You know, there are billions and billions of lives and stories within those lives of empowerment, of its struggle, of breakup, of love, of loss, of achievement, of celebration, of things of historical note, things about the human development. All of these stories are washed away in the sands of time, and very few stories make their way through to the history books in detail, and even fewer perhaps come through the medium of song, through music, which as musicians all hope, and maybe it's a bit of a futile hope, but we all hope that, you know, in hundreds of years of time, it's going to be one of our songs that is remembered. It's going to be what we wrote about, something that we captured, that is going to bear some meaning for someone somewhere in tens of years to time. And unfortunately, that's not always the case, but we kind of have a go at it. I'm getting emotional now. We have a go at it regardless, in our capacity of musicians. There was a request for a kind of conclusion of the rating of the song as a debut. I'm very, very impressed. This is clearly something meaningful and clearly a lot of work gone to it, but I reckon the composition is actually so good that if I was to throw my hat into the ring, the final chorus at the end, I would have loved an escalation. I would have been adding some choir in here. I would have bringing some string crescendo from the middle of the piece, kind of just generally kind of building upward, just to give it something that the wow factor that this song has. But you know, it's very tight. It's very well polished. It's very well played. Even behind some of the sort of the simplicity of the chord structure, as it is, of course, you know, sort of a pop song. We're not going into progressive kind of metal here, but the nuance of the guitar kind of touches and overtones, they added a very delicious kind of an additional slice, an additional topping, if you will, to the overall sound and flow of the music. This is a debut song, and I'm telling you that Dr. Florix, that if you had any hesitation or any nerves about putting this together as your debut, one, you know, you've done an exceedingly good job of it, but two, you could push it further, and I'm really interested to hear what is coming in the future. Now, you can expect more from Secretary of Fate after this sensational debut. There are going to be two more singles later this year, one in November and one in December, and they will be sung by renowned rock singers, so be sure to keep an eye on on Secretary of Fate, either here or through the channels that I'm going to link below. If you like great melodic rock music that has pop appeal. So I'm going to showcase all of their links and stuff below. I'd urge you to go and visit the Cupchairs website. We've got all sorts of unique music videos and introductions to artists that you may have heard of or may not have heard of. We're all about supporting everyone as much as we can, and a huge credit here. This has been an absolutely fantastic debut single, and I'm really looking to see what the Secretary of Fate has in store for us next.
We are all stories in the end.